Well, I was watching Sage Reynolds yesterday on the internet, and he was doing what I call well, he called it a prototype case, and it had a hinge on and everything, and closed up, and he put jewellery in it, and I thought it was good up to a point. I got fed up of making hinges, so I didn't want a hinge, I just wanted a straight box. So I thought I'd do my own prototype, and oh, what a mess. But I covered it up with bits and pieces, and the other thing I did was I watched the girls doing, the girls on the internet doing the coupage or whatever they call it, where they put bits and things and bits of paper on, and some of it's a bit over the top for me. It's something I don't normally like, but I tried it on this. I don't know, see what you think anyway. The tools I use, a few of the tools I use there are there, and this is it anyway. It's just a box with a few things. I used some wallpaper. There's the bits of pieces I cut out of pieces of piece of wallpaper, and I bought it specifically just to do that with, basically. And I use this little offer tool, or it's alpha tool. It's called the CMP1, and it was about £4, I think. And all it does is cut circles, but it's something you can't do with a pair of scissors or something, and it's very, very good. Anyway, what I wanted the box for was to put books in, and I got a bit sick of doing what they call them, cases, slip cases. I've done hundreds of, I will say hundreds. I've got a few slip cases over there, 3 or 4 of them, and I got those sort of waiting for something, I don't know. And I didn't particularly want a slip case, and these what he calls prototype boxes take a bit longer to do, but I'm panning around. I'll just put my stabilisation on. Yeah, it's stabilisation's on. I get into trouble from YouTube for not putting that on. Anyway, I use the same sort of wallpaper and same sort of design, and 2 pieces of wallpaper that I've been using for the other ones, and I put the book in, and this is it's a paper, the book that I've made is a paper book, but it's like a suede, and it's got a nice feel to it. And I put that little stamp thing in the middle because I did a cut in the middle with my alpha knife, and it's just a little book, a jotting book, and this has got 200. I think it's a 256 pager. Yeah, I do tend to yeah, 16 by 16, 256 pages. Yeah, so that's what I've done, and I don't know if anybody likes that. I haven't heard from anybody or anything. I don't know how you make people whatever. I think they call it subscribing or talking. I just want to talk about bookmaking, really. Yeah, it's got plenty of faults, but if the wife likes it, which is unusual, because normally she doesn't like anything I do, if she likes it, it must be of a reasonable calibre. So I'll just pop the book in, and because she said as soon as I'd done it, she said, "Oh, that'll do for my Sophie." it's one of her nieces, and I said, "Oh, gives a chance to get it finished." So I'm very pleased that somebody wants them, in fact. And these are the things that I cut out with my alpha knife. Things like this, just bits of wallpaper, and you can stick it on and do things anywhere you like. I suppose you can wrap it around. I tried a few odds and bits and pieces just to see how it would go down. I don't know. There's a lot of people with a lot more flair for this kind of thing than I have. But that's the first time I've done a box as such. A complete box with a lid on the top. The lid is a little bit big, and it's not in square. It is absolutely not in square. I must get something where I can square it off, like a good guillotine. A card cutting guillotine I need. because it ruins a guillotine, this card. Anyway, I shall stop there, and yeah. So I don't know if anybody's got any interest in that. It hasn't raised any great eyebrows at home, so I don't know. But I was reasonably pleased with it. Anyway, I'll stop there, and it's just something else I'm trying. I've got a couple of other projects that I'm onto, but oh yeah, me other thing now. I'll just move around here. Won't be too long. What set me off in doing that thing you see there is that I've got this in a box, so I'm going to have a bit of a struggle getting it out by hand. I'll have to put my camera down and then take it out of the box. I'll take me a couple of seconds. I've got it in a tight bit of plastic, keep it, because this stuff will gather there. There we are. Okay. So this is the final thing of my clam case. That's what it is, a clam case. I put a few odds and bits and pieces on it this is what I tried to do, my little efforts to make it look a bit flash. Puke. And yeah, you've seen it before. It's something you've seen before. This is just absolutely finished now. So I just thought I'd show off and show you it. Mind you, it's not perfect either, and it certainly doesn't close with a whisper like Sage Reynolds. But anyway, I'm quite pleased with these. I've got the feeling they're a bit girly things to do these, but they give me a lot of pleasure, and I'm too old to go running around anymore, so they keep my little brain occupied. So if anybody's interested in that, just give me a call. I'll see you.